Hello, a brief history. On the 14th of June, perhaps the most controversial politician of our time, Donald John Trump, celebrates his birthday. In honor of this, we decided to discuss him. While the whole world knows the name of the American president, few people outside the United States are familiar with who he was before entering the Oval Office. So, let's put on our ridiculous wigs, apply some self-tanner, and prepare to make America great again. The future president was born on the 14th of June, 1946, into the family of wealthy real estate developer Frederick Trump, with German immigrant grandparents. Donald has two brothers and two sisters and was known as an arrogant, energetic, and self-confident child. His parents, tired of his complex character, sent him to a military academy at the age of 13. He actively participated in sports, earning many awards, and even becoming the captain of cadets after graduation. Although he considered attending film school, he ultimately decided that real estate was more lucrative. He enrolled at the University of Pennsylvania Business School, graduating with a bachelor's degree, and immediately began working for his father. His first major success came from selling a 1,200 apartment complex in Gagnon, which had been bought by his father but had no takers. Donald invested in modernization and advertising, selling it for $12 million, netting a 50% profit. By the time he graduated, he had already earned his first $6 million. In 1971, Trump moved to Manhattan and became the director of the family construction company, renaming it the Trump Organization. Manhattan proved to be a paradise for developers, and Donald collaborated with New York authorities to secure large contracts. In 1978, he began construction of Trump Tower, completing it 5 years later. This skyscraper would become his primary residence, even during his presidency. Gradually, Trump's empire expanded across the country, encompassing homes for ordinary people, luxury hotels, business centers, casinos, and municipal buildings. To maintain his competitive edge, Donald took out numerous loans. However, when the financial crisis struck in 1989, creditors began to scrutinize him closely. By 1991, he was on the verge of bankruptcy, with American bankers doubting his ability to repay his loans. Nevertheless, he managed to restructure his debt over many years, allowing him to stay in the game. He liquidated most of his personal debt of $900 million and significantly reduced his company's obligations. Yet, in 2008, another crisis forced his company to abandon some projects. By 2005, while his company was barely making ends meet, construction continued. Trump's passion for show business also flourished. He loved attracting attention by playing himself in movies and participating in various television shows. He organized the Miss Universe pageant and even traveled to Moscow for the competition in November 2013, where he promised to build a skyscraper in the capital. However, similar promises made a year earlier went unfulfilled. Trump also dabbled in sports, owning various American football teams and promoting Mike Tyson, while actively participating in wrestling. In 2007, he even won a match and famously shaved Vince McMahon's head. Much of Trump's popularity stems from reality television, particularly his show, which aired for 13 years and earned him a star on the Walk of Fame. The premise involved 16 contestants vying for the chance to manage one of Donald's projects, earning bonuses for success while facing the catchphrase, "You're fired." Trump's foray into American politics began with his nominations as a Republican presidential candidate in 2000 and 2012, though he withdrew both times. When he announced his candidacy again in 2015, it surprised no one. Facing 12 rivals, including well-known senators and George W. Bush's brother, many dismissed him as a noisy billionaire from television. However, as his competitors exhausted their resources battling each oath, when it came to politics, Trump had previously attempted to run for the presidency in 2000 and 2012, but withdrew both times. However, in 2015, he entered the race again, surprising many as he began winning primary elections against 12 rivals, including popular senators. Despite initial skepticism, he became the Republican candidate, facing Hillary Clinton in the general election. While Clinton's supporters included many celebrities, Trump's charm and media portrayal as a fighter against the establishment resonated with ordinary Americans. His victory shocked the world, and as the 45th President of the United States, he became known for his strong, albeit controversial leadership style. He utilized Twitter for major announcements, often facing criticism from his own government. During his presidency, he attempted to repeal Obama's healthcare reforms, reduced immigration, and built a wall on the Mexican border, though it did not significantly affect illegal migration rates. He imposed sanctions on Russia and recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital, which stirred global reactions. Trump was also impeached twice, the first stemming from a phone call with Ukrainian President Zelensky, where he was accused of soliciting an investigation into his political rival. He was acquitted by the Senate, but the challenges of 2020, including the pandemic, further impacted his popularity. As we celebrate his 74th birthday, we reflect on his tumultuous journey. In 2024, Trump was nominated for the presidency again. The assassination attempt on Donald Trump took place on the 13th of July, 2024, during an election rally in Pennsylvania. At 18:02 local time, Trump took the stage and began delivering a speech, at which point the shooting began. According to eyewitnesses, 6 to 9 shots were fired. Trump quickly took cover behind the podium, but was still wounded in the right ear area. After that, Trump won the presidential race and became the 47th President of the United States. At the moment, Trump is pursuing an active foreign policy, imposing sanctions against many countries, cutting military aid to Ukraine, and establishing relations with Russia, which will undoubtedly affect the role of the United States on the world stage. How do you feel about Donald Trump? Write in the comments. As we celebrate his 74th birthday, we reflect on his tumultuous journey. Feel free to share your thoughts, or let us know what else you'd like to learn about. Until next time.
I mean, look, as the president said, we're not going to do the negotiation in public with the American media. He's going to do it in private with the president of Russia, with the president of Ukraine, and with other leaders. And I think that's how this has to go. I think that